This is another Big Boss Lotsa Bars rap. I'm just playing around. I'm not good at rapping yet. I'm supposed to teach me to rap. I'm just showing him I can get the bare elementals. So we can get it covered, get it done, get the quality product out. This is a Big Boss Lotsa rap called The King Know Me. The King knows me, man. He knows me through a couple friends of his, a couple close family members. Kate Middleton knows me too, man. And I'm just Scott Robinson from the hood, just living up in the space station. The doctors he had built because he had protected all the picked-on kids and improved education. Beyond belief because they could fathom what it was. Rhyming with cuz, as they believed the staples, and drank the maple while they enrapled in the staples, that they understood their life had brought to them in this game. Scott Robinson understood. Paul saw his fame. Paul was above in probably a space mansion somewhere, just partying it up with laser guns and airsoft guns and mansions that I had drawn and he had drawn himself, like the All Greystone one. Oh, he had a few of them. Scotty Robinson absolutely had to move them. It was the magic when Paul came back to life through Scott's Frankenstein program in the early days of the health cube, when they had to try a guy or two. They knew he would want to come back as an astronaut of the health cube. Making music, we could just fix his body later. If he could come back to life, that science was worth the paper. So why doesn't that school take on the project of the health cube? We could get an army funding it for work, dude. We could rule this. Just get the bitch, the one. I could get whipped right now, so I just want one girlfriend for the rest of my life. And they say if you pull that off, you're higher than the stars above in the sky. Because they said people could see them when they rhymed with the absolute roll of the die. Kate Middleton knows me, man. So does the King. This is a Lotsa Bars rap. Because when Kate Middleton suggested I have a building around her, because she had a lot of buildings, and she says, oh, you want to take up that one? Because really we should be saying, yeah, oh, what day did you, yeah. And we should say, okay, you want to see the program that ends Bolivians? Because that would soup up the NWO pretty well, so I just throw it out there whenever I do it. And Scott Robinson rapped, he knew it. When he was the absolute smartest guy who could absolute always rhyme. It was the music. Scott Robinson was a Cupid. He saw the star, knew it, and he thought it'd be the truest. So as he rapped the boat, and he sung the song that chose to enrope, the words that were in the story, at least he could enrope, because if you can't write, you better do that. So the judge understood, okay, they admit they always write crap. And then they let the kid go with the robo. The right to smoke the weed and the right to balance his brain, because the super calcium thing knew a thing about enropement. You understand? It looks... You know what, man? The King knows me. I've got a couple friends in England. I'm friends with the family. They're pretty interested in how I revealed a camp that said Baphomet was real, was probably real. That guy was probably the goat. They'd seen the goat finger. So the Baphomet that suggested he was real was a real guy. And he had seen the finger and he said no to the devil. Scott Robinson, Dr. Z, was the one to say no to the devil. As he fought the armory with the rebels. He had all the assault rifles and missile launchers they needed. And they were going to understandably go under there and grieve it. With the assault rifles and missile launchers, they could shoot pretty effectively. Because the soldiers were pretty built to climb the hill with the army. Under the hill, which you could get from the top, was a military robot facility with armies and armies and G's and G's, and we could absolutely believe that we was the ruling of the streets as we entered. It was much more confident that way, when you had grinded every way, that your people needed you, and you had moved around, seeing that the world could work as astounding as it could be, moving all to amazing cities. This one was a little bit okay to understand. We had been around the way, come back 20 years. The king knew me, man. So he thought he'd just go for a ride the Mustang with me. Because after his budget went up, he said, oh yeah, why don't we plan the health cube in the big amusement park while we're just waiting here with the drawing games. Because we could draw, it's a good drawing game at least. His drawing games are amazing. And while we were paying and absolutely saying that we were understanding heavenly weighing. Kate Middleton wants me to just quiet down with the rap that I'm going on with the music. She better understand I'm Scott Robinson, just chilling with Cupid. So when I'm rhyming about people who know me, like, I don't know, what do you want? What do you want, Justin Trudeau? Donald Trump? Yeah, we gotta get those three at a party. Kate Middleton, Justin Trudeau, Donald Trump, and discuss about the spread of the biggest mansions that will grow. That will grow with robos. As the sound with the bow. That we can understand that was so classy. It was the Robin and the Hassie that we brought with Gassy. And recorded a couple million miles of heaven. Because as the movies were so delightful, they understood they'd watch them repeatedly in their own movie theaters in the mansion. The king knows me, man. So does Kate Middleton, Donald Trump, Justin Trudeau. We just got a message, man.